Anderson Silva was essentially unbeatable.
Que esse vídeo aqui me chamou a atenção do Joe Rogan, e ele tá entrevistando o Donald Trump. Tá em época de eleição, tá? Então bateu a marca aí de 40 milhões, cara, de visualizações. Quer dizer, na hora que eu vi, tava 40 milhões, mas agora tá 41 milhões. Esse podcast, eu tava vendo ele e tal, e aí, numa hora aqui, eu vi que eles estavam falando, eu deixei rolar na televisão, eu vi uma hora que eles estavam falando sobre o Anderson Silva e o Alex Pereira. Então, aí estavam fazendo, primeiro estavam fazendo uma análise aí, de uma comparação, né, na verdade, sobre o boxe e o UFC. Então, normalmente o pessoal pensa que o UFC é mais violento que o boxe, mas na verdade não, é o boxe que é mais violento. O pessoal fica com muita sequela por causa do... não tem um mecanismo, aí o Joe Rogan falou que não tem um mecanismo aí de parar a luta, enquanto o cara não tá levando porrada na cabeça ali, ele não para a luta. E no UFC não, já tem mais segurança, né, pra parar a luta e tal. Aí o Joe Rogan falou que o pessoal tem que começar a analisar, começar a julgar eles, né, o pessoal do UFC, quando eles estão no topo. Porque a carreira deles é muito curta, ali quando eles ficam no topo eles não conseguem se manter por uma série de fatores, né. E então eles têm que analisar eles quando eles estão no topo, para ver de verdade quem é o melhor. Então o Anderson Silva e o Alex Pereira estão entre os melhores aí. O GOAT, né, como eles falam, Great of All Times. Então, vou deixar o vídeo para vocês. Já deixa o like aí. Então, fique com o vídeo. Até a próxima. Se inscreva no canal. E até mais.
George never fought a boxer in an MMA fight. If he did, he would kill them.
Was he one of the greatest?
Yes, unquestionably. That's the argument. There's like a handful of guys you can make the argument is the greatest of all time. People forget about Anderson Silva. In his prime, he was unstoppable. But that's the thing is, and then there's Fedor Emelianenko, who fought in Pride. In his prime, he was unstoppable. There's this,
and you have a couple now that are pretty good.
Oh, we've got so many now. Alex Pereira.
Correct.
There's an argument that he's the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now.
He's looking very good, yeah.
It's unbelievable. But it's like fighters can only compete at that level for so many years. And so, in my opinion, you have to judge them at their very peak. You can't judge them when they're hanging on and still fighting. You can't judge them when they're coming up. You got to judge them in that championship peak. And that championship peak, there's a handful of guys that you would consider at the very top.
If they stopped a little bit sooner, some of them would have had, I mean, there are a couple of that you just mentioned without mentioning names. If they stopped, they had they were unbelievable. And then at a certain age, they start getting knocked out, right?
Yes, it's unfortunate, but the thing is that same belief in themselves that lets them become a champion makes them think that they can do it long past the time that they actually can.
Well, Anderson Silva was essentially unbeatable. And then he lost a close one, then all of a sudden he
got knocked out. He got knocked out by Chris Weidman.
Right.
He was kind of clowning in that fight, famously, and Chris Weidman had a vicious left hook, knocked him out, and then they fought a second time, and he broke his leg on Chris Weidman.
Right, that's right.
And after that fight, he was kind of never the same, because that leg break injury, which Conor McGregor had. There's quite a few fighters. Weidman actually wound up having the same injury, ironically. There's only been like
you're never the same because you can't
never the same. Well, you can. Weidman is still kicking with that leg. You can, but psychologically, when you throw a kick and your leg snaps in half and you're in agony for a year, right? You have to get surgery, you have to get bolts and plates to keep your leg together, and then it takes forever for it to heal.
It always amazed me how the kicker, I mean, you have those cases, but the kicker will do tremendous damage to somebody's leg, but their leg doesn't seem to get damaged. Isn't it sort of
does
amazing?
Get damaged. It hurts
more than you think.
Yeah, but your shin, your shin gets very numb after a while. And guys that are really good kickers, they're kicking the thigh and they're kicking the calf. They're kicking soft areas. And they're slamming this hard, numb shin.
Right.
Their shin gets all these like micro fractures all over the shin, and it calcifies.
Oh, wow.
Like these guys can kick baseball bats. You ever see them break baseball bats with their shins?
No, I've never
It's
seen
crazy. Some guys can do 2 baseball bats. Someone will hold the baseball bat and they just kick right through them.
But see, I watch your enthusiasm now, right?